back to Ghetto Cowboy. We had left off on chapter 12, and our main character, Cole, gets to name the horse. He names it Boo, and he gives it a carrot. So we're on chapter 13. Harper, his dad, had just come up and said that it said, I turn around and Harper's sitting on top of Lightning, shaking his head. Maybe you got horse blood in you after all. Chapter 13. I don't know if Harper's joking or if he's serious, but I ain't in no mood to ask. I drop the carrot, walk back to my hay bed, and sit down. Horse blood? Don't you remember? I'm the drug-dealing gangbanger who hits his mom. He watches me closely, but don't dish nothing back. Maybe you want to come with me to the speedway. Might be better than sitting around in an old barn. I wouldn't mind getting out of this stinky place, but I don't gotta be happy about it. Whatever. He reaches into his saddlebag and pulls something out. Then you better wear these. A pair of cowboy boots plop on the ground next to my feet. I give him a look. You think I'm gonna wear those? The old man picks them up and whistles. Ain't these the boots I gave you when you was a little punk who showed up here acting all street? He turns to me. He didn't wear them either, but it's better than getting these boots dirty than your white sneakers, see? He holds up the boots and slides his finger along the smooth bottom. Crap just slides off, not like what's sticking in the nooks and crannies of your shoes. I look at the bottom of my Nikes and see they ain't never gonna get clean again. He holds out the boots, but I ain't wearing them. Tex shrugs. Too bad. I wish I had a pair this nice. Harper hops off Lightning and ties him to a post. Tex, help Coltrane get that horse saddled up. He's going riding today. Tex shakes his head. You do it. Least you can do is teach your own boy. Harper scowls. I don't think this boy wants to hear what I got to say. But Tex is gone out the back way. Harper smirks. Look, you want to stay here at the Ritz? Fine, but you might as well learn a thing or two about horses while you're living with them, all right? I don't say nothing, just stand there. He claps his hands like I just agreed with them. All right, first, we're gonna need that blanket you slept on last night. I get up. You can have the blanket, but I ain't getting up on Boo. Boo, he says. Who named him Boo? I look around for Tex. I guess I did. He thinks about it, nods. You named him, you ride him. I don't know if you noticed, but I ain't no cowboy. But he just ignores me, grabs a saddle off a barrel, then stands by the horse waiting. Come on, throw that blanket up here. I think about just walking away. Then he starts laughing at me. What, you aren't afraid, are you? I grab the blanket. I'm from Detroit. I ain't afraid of nobody. People afraid of me. The horse takes a dump right in front of us, and Harper laughs again. I guess that's why you called him Boo. You done scared that right out of him. I shake my head and throw the blanket up over Boo. Yeah, maybe I did, old man. He tosses the saddle up on Boo's back, straightens everything out. Look, I don't expect you to call me daddy, but I ain't old man. I'm 37. He reaches under and grabs the strap from the other side of the saddle. He grunts. Like I said, old man, I think. He buckles it together and makes sure it's tight, but not too tight. That's all right for you, Boo? He asks. Boo don't seem to mind. Hand me them stirrup straps. I look around and see some things that look about right. He takes them and attaches them to the saddle. This is where you put your feet. I shrug like, why are you telling me that? I still ain't going up there. He grabs some rope and steel thing off the wall and walks up to Boo's face. Smile, Boo. He puts the steel up to Boo's mouth and he opens. Boo chomps on it a bit like he ain't had one of these in his mouth for a while. Harper pats him on the neck. He don't mind. He's used one his whole life, I bet. Harp strings the rope back to the saddle, double checks all the straps, and then nods. That'll do, Boo. He turns and looks at me. Ready, Freddie? He must think I look worried or something. It's no sweat, man, he says. I take little kids for rides all the time. You ain't a little kid, are you? I push him out the way. What you think? He shakes his head. More like a punk, if you ask me. Chapter 14. I grab the knob on top of the saddle and start to climb, but Boo starts moving around. Sit, Boo, I yell. Harper starts laughing his head off, then apologizes when I glare at him. Sorry, man. It's just, he grabs the rope and steadies Boo, then points. See that? Your foot goes in there. Then you grab here, then you swing yourself up. I know what to do, I say, knowing I don't. He sees me struggling to get my foot high enough into that thing. Maybe you'd be better off on a pony, he says. I can do it, I say. I bring my foot way up and use my other hand to get it in there. Then I reach way over to grab the saddle. It takes me 2 or 3 tries before I can climb up, but when I do, whoa. My head is suddenly up near the cobwebs. I ain't never been this high before, and I definitely ain't never been on the back of a living thing like this. You okay up there? I nod. Just relax, breathe, he says. Don't hold on to the saddle so tight. Use this. He hands me the rope. Then he guides Boo slowly out into the open. I gotta duck my head, but when we get outside, it's a whole different view from up here. It's like I'm 10 feet tall all of a sudden. With each step, Boo's body swings back and forth, and I think he's just gonna fall over, and that will be that. I think about the horse Mama hit and think if Boo falls on me, I'll be a goner. Harper swings up on Lightning and moves over next to Boo. We're just going to take it slow. Maybe go a few times around the corral, then head out. It feels like I'm sitting on one of them giant walking machines in Star Wars. Just pretend you're part of the horse. Be like Jello. Swing your hips the way he walks, but keep the top half of you straight. Don't worry, I won't let you fall. I don't say nothing. We go around the corral a couple of times, nice and easy, but just as I feel like this is all right, a plastic bag blows in front of us and Boo freaks out and bolts. I grab onto the saddle and he starts running around in circles, almost squishing my leg against the fence. I'm bouncing up and down, barely holding on, the saddle hitting my butt. I'm thinking of jumping, but suddenly Harper's right there riding alongside. He grabs the reins and slows Boo up till we come to a standstill. My heart is beating 1,000,000 miles an hour. You okay, he asks. I'm still alive, so I nod. I'm done, I say, looking for a way down. Hold up there, Coltrane. You're okay. Just had a little excitement is all. For some reason, plastic bags unnerve the horses when they first get here. That's just one of those city things they've never seen before. But when we head out, I'm going to tie a leash to Boo, and that won't happen again, promise. Before I can change my mind, he ties a long rope to Boo's saddle and holds the other end like he's going to take us out for a walk. Tex comes out with the white cowboy hat. Don't forget your lucky hat. Harp smiles and puts it on. I give him a look, but he just tips his hat all cool. Gotta represent, he says. When Lightning starts to amble out, Boo follows nice and slow. You'll see, Harp says. We start heading to the street as a car zooms by. We going out there, I say. What is he thinking? I seen what happened the last time a horse was in the street. It's cool, he says. We're just gonna take a little neighborhood tour on the way to the speedway. I'll take the quiet streets. Next thing I know, we out in the streets. The horse hoofs is making a loud clip-clop noise on the brick road. Boo catches his hoof a couple of times on a brick, but he don't trip. I keep my eyes out for any runaway plastic bags. Jamaica Bob comes out of one of the houses and gives a holler. There they are, the champion and the protege. You gonna let him race today? Harper laughs. Who, Lightning or Coltrane? Bob rubs his hands together. Well, I know Lightning is running. Big D's in the hunt today. Harp shakes his head. The only thing Big D is hunting is his next Big Mac. So maybe I'll give Coltrane a shot. I don't think so, I say. Bob waves as he gets into his truck. Yeah, well, as long as Harp races first, I'm planning to double my money today so I can pay that feed bill. Don't let me down. Harper waves as he drives away. We ride on, but his mind seemed to be elsewhere. We amble down Chester Avenue and turn down another street. I see Smush sitting on a stoop. He holds up a fist. Cuz, you still here? Don't let my uncle ride you too hard. I used to clean out them stables too, and let me tell you. But Harper's in no mood. Smush, your daddy know you still a corner boy? Smush's smile disappears. Harper gives him a look. Maybe if you hung around the stable like you used to, you wouldn't be getting hassled all the time by the cops. Smush waves him off. I don't do that no more. Uncle Harp, I told you. I can see Harp ain't buying it. That's not what I hear, Smush. I better not see you out there or I'll kick your butt back to the stables and you'll be working for me 24/7, you hear? Yes, sir, he mutters, then sits there silently as we ride by. We pass a big old mural someone painted on the side of a building. It shows a street called Horseman Way and has all the riders hanging out on their horses. It's like a shot of the Old West, except of country, you got city, and instead of white folk, you got black cowboys. I look closely and see Tex and Harper in the background. Is that you up there, I ask? He nods. Yeah, that was from back when we must have had 400 horsemen around here, but most of the stables have been closed down by the city over the last few years. We one of the last ones in Philly to survive. There's probably less than 80 urban riders around here now, and most of them is struggling to find a place to put their horses. There might not be any of us left soon if things keep going the way they are. I think about what Jamaica Bob said yesterday. Bob says the end is coming for all of you. He grunts. Maybe 10 years from now, someone will pass this mural and think it's just a painting instead of a way of life. And that's where I'm going to stop today. I'm planning on reading chapters 15 and 16 tomorrow. I'll see you later. Let Dutch tell you bye. Say bye, Dutch. Say bye.